Proceeding here with some time machine tests. The goal here is to establish more of the Hiccup parity time travel research. I explained some in a recent live. One thing I learned about the Hiccup parity after my research was that, that's interesting. A lot of what I was missing with parity is, just how much it creates the borderline for traditional time travel concepts, as far as the fact that it really sits, parity and chirality really sits, in a lot of ways anyway, on that cross-section between the spatial and the temporal, which is exactly what I was aiming for. Now, the hiccup part of it, although not my original intention, I have discovered has some relevancy in the world of electronics. And so, very interesting. And so I'm trying to find that balance of creating physical imbalance at the same time maintaining that transformational, that spatial transformational ability, or really even flipping that paradigm. And making the spatial stagnant, and making the temporal transformational. Of course, I think something to keep in mind is the difference in scale between the temporal and the spatial, right? Because, of course, every dimension is, the first, one dimension squared is the second dimension. So, that's why, I was like, what can I do to level it up? Let's bring in the Time Machine Studio Clear Series and the Time Machine Store Clear Series. Let's take it up a notch and see where we land. But again, that scale difference, it leaves you, in playing a lot more in the third dimension, which is what makes this research so reliant on consistency. But I did get some data from this, though. Even the way that's sticking on the bottom there. The slime transformed almost without us knowing there, with the spatial transformation. So we'll take that data and keep pushing forward till tomorrow. I'll see you guys soon.